Hello, everyone, and welcome in. Today is Saturday, July 29th, and I'll be doing the daily card pull for each of the zodiac groupings and having a message coming through for you from Divine, either what to expect for today or how to handle certain situations. So it's kind of what do I need to know going into today? And as always, take only what resonates with you and your situation and leave the rest behind. So we'll go ahead, we'll start with our air signs. So that's going to be our Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and we will see what messages are coming through for you for today. All right. Out of the gates here, we have the Sun card. And so this is that good, positive energy, that success and joy and optimism. And so it's really full of that wonderful kind of feeling of the divine pouring out its blessings on you. So let's see what message is coming through from the Gaia cards. And actually this, we are in this Lionsgate portal. So it peaks on August 8th, but we are actually in it right now, which is a wonderful time for manifesting. And so if you've been working on manifesting, it could be that your blessings are becoming more apparent today, or this is that good reminder to meditate and really take advantage of this extra strong energy in the portal so that you can feel those blessings coming in. All right. And your Gaia card is Moonlight Goddess, repressed emotions, healing, and reflection. So as you work on your healing and you start to reflect on what things need to change, maybe what things need to be released, whether it's specific thought patterns, jobs, life choices, people within your life. Maybe you look at it and it's like, oh my gosh, there's certain people that they're just such a drain and it's just really throwing me off of my path or off of my vibe. Kind of looking at diving into that and kind of unpacking some of it. So especially with like Chiron in retrograde, which is the wounded healer, that's really looking at what patterns need to change within your life. Your moon card, air signs, is step out of your comfort zone. And this is that North Node card. So we've talked about that for the last week or so with the North Node shifting into Aries. And that's really about kind of standing in your own truth and being bold and putting yourself first. So like a healthy level of selfishness, but needing to step out of that comfort zone and live your life true to what you feel your path is and your calling. So there were certain things that you had wanted to accomplish in this lifetime. These were lessons that you chose that you wanted to learn. And so really kind of stepping out of whatever's comfortable or complacent and stepping into your power. Let's take a look at your spirit animal card. Swan, grace. You who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. And this is one of those cards. Swans are a very, very common or popular recurring theme in twin flame journeys. So for some of you, this could be a matter of being on a twin flame journey, or maybe you've been looking for signs that this person is the one. Whether you specifically ask the universe to give you a sign of it being a swan, this, I would say, is your sign that that person is the one. But sometimes that's going to require you to step out of your comfort zone to be able to step into that truth and embark down that path. So that's what we have in store for our air signs. Next, let's move on to our fire signs, which is our Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and see what message Divine wants to send you for today. Judgment. So the Judgment card, that's about, usually it's being judged favorably, by the divine, but it's kind of also this awakening and renewal. This is at the end of the cycle for the Major Arcana. The next one is the World, and that's the very last card. So this is kind of getting to that place of saying, okay, let's stand up and be judged. You know, how are we doing on this lesson? And you know, if you're being judged favorably that you've learned the lesson, you can kind of close out that cycle and move on to the next lesson. Let's take a look at Gaia card for you. The Temptress. Seduction, deceit, and a broken promise. Whether that's you are being tempted, like if you're on the receiving end of being tempted and having these promises broken and being deceived or seduced, there's that interpretation, or that you are that person that's doing the tempting, doing the deceiving, breaking promises. And if in either case, you know, divine judgment is coming in. So if you're the one that's doing it, expect that there's going to be some sort of, call it divine balancing of that, or some sort of lesson that's going to be learned, or have faith in the divine that if you're on the receiving end of that, that divine judgment is coming in for the person who's doing those things. All right, let's take a look at the Moon card. Your commitment is being tested. So if this is in a relationship perspective, that maybe you're in a relationship and you're being tempted, you know, if you're being pulled away, or your commitment to a relationship is being tested, like if you're the one that's doing the, you know, breaking of promises or deceiving somebody, you're kind of being tested. So actually, you know, it's interesting, this, your commitment is being tested and judgment coming in, that you do have that on the horizons for you. So make sure that you're acting in a way that's authentic to you, to your soul, and does it feel right? In sometimes when you're trying to decide what path to take, it's a matter of, does it feel right within your body, and kind of trust your intuition. Like depending on whatever the situation is, learning to be able to trust your intuition is definitely a major gift. And sometimes you can start out on small things, like, you know, what do I want to do today? Do I want to, whatever, you know, go out with some friends and watch a ball game, or do I want to go, you know, to the movies, you know, with a partner? And without even thinking about it, you know, flip a coin, and whatever the answer is, immediately in that second, does it feel good, or are you thinking, I wish I would have gotten the other one? That's kind of your intuition. And so learning what that feels like in I'll call it a non-threatening type of situation, is a good skill to practice. So let's take a look at your spirit animal. Heron, patience. Create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently towards your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. So some of this, and it kind of seems like there's a third party situation here. You know, again, whether you're the one being tempted or whether you're the one doing the tempting, your commitment is being tested. You know, which party is it that you are wanting to align with, and are you being true to yourself? So sometimes it is a matter of patience and figuring out what it is that you want, so that you can move forward in your authenticity in terms of what you want the next step of your life to be. So that was fire signs. Next, we're moving on to our earth signs, and that's our Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Let's see what message is coming through for you for today. All right. the Fool. So this card is all about new beginnings and taking that leap of faith, and the beginning of a new phase in your life, a new project, a new relationship, a new whatever the case may be. So you have some new exciting energy coming in for you, earth signs, for today. Let's take a look at what the message from Gaia is. Apprehension, moving out into the world, doubt and fear. So these two both, I would say, kind of go hand in hand, that a lot of times if people are in a situation where they're starting something new, there is kind of that little bit of that fear or apprehension. Is this really the right choice for me? And I remember this line from the movie Hope Floats, and she's saying, endings are usually sad, beginnings are usually scary, but it's the middle part that counts. So if you're kind of scared about stepping out into something new, that's something to work on, is overcoming your doubts and your fears, because you don't want to be in a situation where you just kind of stay stagnant and you don't grow as a person because you're too afraid of something new. And usually if you're kind of worried or scared about something new, it's not because you don't have the skills or the talent or the whatever to do that next thing. It's just because it's unfamiliar. Just because you haven't done it before doesn't mean that you are incapable of doing it. So let's see, your moon card. Be bold and make the first move. So this is great. These are, all lining up in terms of, there's some fear and some apprehension. Be bold, make the first move, take that leap of faith. So all of those are going very smoothly together for you. Let's take a look at your spirit animal card and see what that has in store for you. Moose, wisdom. Let your head and mind reach to the stars, yet keep your feet grounded on the earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. And again, this kind of goes back to the comment I made with the fire signs of trust that inner wisdom. One of the things that I feel like I've been hearing a lot lately in different readings or comments in passing type of thing is, your intuition whispers. It's that quiet voice. Fear is what is yelling loudly at you. So if you have doubts and fears, that's going to be louder in your head usually than your intuition. But really kind of fall back on your kind of wisdom and inner knowing. And in the regular Rider Waite deck, with the Fool card, you do have the sun at your back, and so it's like the divine has you, and they're showering you with blessings on your journey. So be bold, take that step. And with the North Node shifting into Aries, that's kind of what that energy is about, is take that step and be bold and choose the path that has that growth for you, that kind of soul ascension path, and that suits you. All right, so our last one is water signs. That's our Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and let's see what comes through for you. The sun for you as well. So definitely lots of good vibes, positive energy, blessings from the universe coming through for 2 out of our 4 signs. So that's half of you out there. And let's see what Gaia message comes through for you for today. The message: positive news, positive outcomes. So even better that it seems like things are really lining up for you. Let's take a look at the moon card and see the message there. A new romantic cycle begins. And as I mentioned with that Lionsgate portal opening, that this is a great time for manifesting. There's positive news, positive outcomes, a new romantic cycle is beginning for you. And so, as always, take only what resonates. But if you're currently in a relationship, that new romantic cycle could be more like you're entering a new phase in your relationship, whether it's taking your relationship to the next level, of commitment, or maybe you're going into a phase where it's like, you know what, we really need to spend more time together having fun, or going on vacation, or starting a family, or starting a new way for you to connect, maybe a new hobby, maybe a new house type of project that's going to give you an opportunity to show your skills and your strength, whatever the case may be. So if it's not a new partner that's coming in, a new stage within your existing relationship. And let's take a look at your spirit animal card. Puffin, partnership. Accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. So whether that's partnership at, from a friendship standpoint, business standpoint, but that could also be partnership like a romantic partner, since there's this new romantic cycle beginning and all of this positive news. So overall, definitely a very positive reading there for the water signs. And as I mentioned before, across any of the signs, take only what resonates. You'll also be seeing the individual zodiac sign videos are posting today as well. And I think some of them may trail into Sunday depending on the posting time, but there's those that are coming up. And then I do have a twin flame video that I'll be doing within the next week or so, as well as the daily readings. So if this information has been helpful, I encourage you to share it with anybody else that you think might be able to benefit from the information. Otherwise, if you want to get notifications of when these new videos are dropping, you can hit the subscribe and notification bell. Otherwise, we will see you back for one of our daily readings, and wish you peace and joy along your journey. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend.